I recently had a discussion with a small group of business owners, and one was a mental health coach, and she had a question of like how to find a right type of audience to connect with on LinkedIn, and she had problems in finding the right type of audience that she can serve because she serves like very few like people who are facing problems with their mental health and who are like she's basically a wellness coach. And oftentimes when you cannot find the right type of clients on LinkedIn just by searching their by looking at their profile or by using sales navigator and filtering out them, you can like these coaches can say like I help CEOs or business owners with the mental health thing. But you when you start segregating the people with sales navigator, and when you start conversation with them, oftentimes they do not have the problem, or they won't be vulnerable with their problem that you are solving. And this is a big problem that I also has faced with a few of my clients, where they were like mental health coaches and career coaches, and we really don't know who are the right type of clients to start a conversation with, and then take them through a sales conversation, because not every type of client has the problem. And the what we found is like for these type of niche where the person is not like you cannot filter them through their profile, or you cannot find them just because they own a business or something like that. You need to go through this content led approach where you create content, you create this super specific niche down content solving that one big problem that they are having. And you're going to push with the content first, and you're going to push a lot of content based on that one. And you're going to it takes time and it feels like a repetition, but you have to hit the same problem again and again, and in different views. And you have to make the prospect feel like you have to pull them with the content. It's not like for this type of services we cannot go out there and look for audiences, or look for people who might have the problem and then start a conversation, because looking at them you cannot really say whether they have the problem. So it's like this is like a reverse thing where you attract the people to your content. And by the content being so specific to the problem you're solving, and by making them feel like you understand the problem and you understand them, or you building the trust with them, like so that they think like okay, this is the right type of person I can share the problem, I can be vulnerable with. And that's that type of content pulls this audience, and that's the right way to do it. So like it takes time to do it, and it takes a repetition. You may think like I'm writing the same type of content again and again, but this is where the trust builds with the prospect. When you hit the same problem again and again, he or she feels that you can understand the type of problem, and you are the right person to share the problem with. And oftentimes we can say like where to find them, and you can ask like where to find these people. That's not the right way. Content led approach is the only way. And also when you look at these services, when you take other type of services, for example, let's say you are serving some B2B business owners with some services that makes money. You have such like a make money offer where you trade your services for and make money for them. It's easy to value the services. So you don't need that level of trust built with the prospect. You just need some good testimonials, and the prospect's connection with personally with you and your services to sell the product or service. Because at the end of the game, you are making money to them, so they can value the thing that you're providing. But here the problem that you're solving is more personal level, and the prospect really needs to be vulnerable, and they need to share their ideas to you. And then like it involves a lot of personal connect with you. So the type of content that you put out, the type of um, the personal level content can really personal level connections can really be built with one-on-one conversation. But since we are at the starting stage where we don't know who are the people we are going to speak with, we really don't know whether you really don't know whether all the people that you speak are the right people having the problem. So you have to push through a lot of content. And make the content like attract through the content, and with content that makes the prospect feel like you understand them. They start giving you signals, and using these signals you can then start a conversation with them, and then by speaking with them and by attending sales call with them, now you can say like, okay, now you have a problem and I might solve for you. This is the right way to do it. Content first approach is the thing. And also, if you're really keen about finding where are the people's, and that's not the right way to look for. But at the start, if you just need to find few people who you need to start conversation with, I would say like, these people who are having these very personal problems, or like fitness problems, or like very problem where the prospect needs to be vulnerable with you to solve their problem. And you can find these people in like content, or in places where similar problem, or similar problem is solved or discussed. And like when you niche down and write a content serving for a small audience and solving some vulnerable problem that you're solving, and when you see another type of content from another creator who's doing the same, and you can really borrow the audience that are engaging with it. And oftentimes, not most of the times, oftentimes these people who are reacting with or engaging with will also be a good type of audience, at least to start with. Okay, because people who are having these problems will put themselves in places where the problem is discussed. And since the type of content that the other creators creating is also um, a content that really understands the same type of target audience and everything, you can find these people there also. So at the start you need to you're not creating content at the start. If you need to find this prospect, you can look out there, and you can take the audience, you can borrow the audience from there and start conversation. But the real thing starts happening when you start creating content that solves this one problem, slowly turning every like building trust with them and making them like you understand them. And the good thing to have is like often like when you're solving this problem, it is very good if you have the, if you are yourself a case study for them. Because when you solve the exact problem for yourself, you can write in very deeper level. And this makes like the content that you're creating or posting really hit the point of they are giving signals to you. Okay, so oftentimes when you are you are yourself a case study for the product or service that you provide, it's very good. But if you don't have no very do a lot of research and really write the content by well positioned and well niche down content, so that they feel understood and heard, and they start giving you signals. And now when you start a conversation with them, they might be the right prospects for you. But going out there and putting sales navigator and searching for prospects just because you help CEOs with mental health or mental health issues or something like that, doesn't mean you should filter the CEOs and start conversation with every CEOs. It doesn't work like that. This is a problem that is need to be sorted out in personal one-on-one level. And for that, you never know whether the prospect has problems. So you need to start with content, look for signals, and after you get the signal, you start conversation with them. It takes time, it takes repetition, but this is the right way to do it.